On this episode of Livin La Vida Leisha,
That's so gorgeous.
I'm taking you with me on my trip to Jamaica. I'm so glad you're here. Please subscribe so you don't miss a video.
Excited that we're finally
Good morning. We are here, ready for takeoff. Well, it had been about half a day of travel, really a couple of extra days if you count the days we spent away from Hurricane Dorian. We flew out of RDU around 9:30 Eastern, then to ATL, and then on to Montego Bay for an arrival around 3:30 p.m. local time.
going to go in our bay representative. We're going to check into the country. First, we're in our bags. Actually, I think they might have a signboard.
All in all, a mostly easy travel day, especially when you've booked Mo Bay for your arrival.
Eric, tell us a little bit about what Mo Bay is.
Mo Bay is called Fast Track. At Disney World, when you get that little fast pass, it's that for the airport.
If you're planning a trip to Jamaica, Mo Bay is totally worth it.
You know we sat at these same tables.
I know. We sat at this exact same table. That's why I told him we'll sit here. I thought it would be sweet. Cheers, babe.
The punch is good.
We were able to skip a long line of travelers in the customs lane and check into the country very quickly. I highly recommend, especially if you'll be visiting during resort season. I was already enjoying the trip and I hadn't even left the airport yet. We had time to grab a drink, cool off, and eat a light snack before hopping into our transportation to the resort. All of our bags were loaded up for us while we watched so that nothing would be amiss. From there, the bus ride was about an hour and a half around Montego Bay, and then through the mountains and the countryside. For you Americans watching this, they drive on the opposite side of the road in Jamaica, so it might freak you out just a little bit. But I thought it was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed looking at the scenery and people going about their daily lives as we traveled through this part of the island. And pretty much an hour and a half later, on the dot, we had arrived at the front of the resort. Now vacation was really about to get started. As soon as we arrived, our luggage was carried away to the room while we checked in.
We're here. Time to check in and then have some fun. Go find some dinner. I'm pretty hungry.
When we stepped out of the lobby, the Caribbean golden hour of sunset was just about to begin. My first impressions were breathtaking. And I noticed right away that Sandals South Coast does have a bit of a European style. There are three main villages: the Italian village, which we noticed is where the club rooms are located, the Dutch village, and the French village. And then of course my dream vision board accommodations, the over-the-water bungalows. Those are amazing. We were staying right in the middle in the Dutch village. We were shown to our room personally and given a quick tour.
Check out the room.
It's really nice that all of the rooms at Sandals South Coast are oceanfront rooms. Ours had a pool view as well.
Right by the ocean and the pool. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's about 6:40 here? 5:40? 5:40. We're an hour behind everyone else. So absolutely love this. It's gorgeous. Just in time for sunset. And they've left us some treats. I take it this is for our anniversary. A little anniversary card. Best wishes on your anniversary. Aww. Can't believe it's about to be 3 years already. So what do you think, babe?
Send us this thing. Let's see. What do I think?
Yeah, what do you think?
Congratulations, I'm a choral member.
What does that mean? What do we get?
Red Plain Spa.
So, does that mean you're taking me to the spa later? I have this like crick in my arm, right?
Sandal Select member dinner.
Well, this is our little home for the week.
This coffee right here is actually, really good. It's probably my favorite hotel room coffee out of anywhere I've stayed before. So I'll actually make that in the room and be very happy to do that. So yeah, so the fridge is stocked. We're getting t-shirts, okay, nice. Yeah, like we've got some Sprite, we've got Cokes, we've got Red Stripe, which I don't drink.
I'll be killing these right here.
The fruit juice. After settling into our room, we were hungry. And you guys, let me tell you, the food is one of our highlights at Sandals. In fact, make sure you hit the notifications bell on my channel so that you don't miss my Sandals South Coast food review video. I'm just thrilled about having this deck right here. Looks awesome. On our walk to dinner, we were given a warm welcome by the resident resort cats and an even warmer welcome to the South Coast by an absolutely beautiful sunset. The cat is legit going out there. Walking along the beach, we were able to avoid some of the construction that is going on at the resort currently. I believe they'll be finished up with it by this resort season. Most of the restaurants are in the same area, so we're gonna go check that out. We're just kind of exploring right now. But it is an absolutely beautiful sunset. And it's very quiet. I don't hear a lot of noise. There's some frogs. My initial thoughts are just that there's way more beach at this location compared to the others that we've been to. So if you like beaches and you like to hang out on the beach all day when you're on vacation, this might be a good spot for you to check out. We decided to visit Neptune's for our first official dinner on vacation. Oh, that baby is cute. I'm gonna take one home with me. Better watch out. All right, we have ended up at Neptune's for dinner, and the view is of the marina, and we've got a little bit of a lightning storm. So what have you got over there?
Got a little cangrejo.
Some cangrejo?
As the
It's a crab
English
cake.
speakers would say crab.
Crab cake.
Some sort of something. Yeah.
And I've got some calamari, and it's really, really good. Have some lime and a little tomato wedge. And the sauce is actually delicious. Again, I'm not going to go into too much detail about the food because I plan on doing another video, but let me say the choices we had that night were excellent. And I'm having some tiger shrimp with the rice. And this looks really, really good, guys. All right, the sushi has arrived. Ready to dig in?
Might give us plus me. What is this one now? What is this one?
This is the champagne lobster. This is
That's the
spicy shrimp. This is the cream cheese, Philadelphia roll. Sorry.
That's good.
From day one, we were having sushi as our fourth meal at Sushi on the Sand.
I want that. I want to get that one time while we're here without
Just try a piece right now. You can do it.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
That's perfect. From there, we walked just across the plaza to grab some coffee and dessert from the French-style pastry shop, Café de Paris. Did I mention I love the coffee in Jamaica? So what do we got here? We've got red velvet, we've got strawberry cheesecake, banana swirl roll, and is this a banana eclair?
This is the vanilla eclair.
Vanilla eclair, okay. Eric loves the food, so it evens out. He also likes the coffee. Cheesecake's good. It's not the same consistency that I thought it would be, but it's good. And this coffee is seriously the best coffee. I could just enjoy this all day long. This is the entertainment venue at Sandals South Coast. The entertainment managers at Sandals really put a lot into making sure you are entertained while on vacation and having a lot of fun. I'll show you guys that in some of my future videos. For example, this steel drum band that we saw on the first night was super talented and covered some famous songs, all while dancing. The most high-octane energy. I was just amazed. Do you recognize any of these tunes? I could watch people doing things that they love for hours. With the sounds of steel drums dancing in our heads, we headed back to the quiet side of the resort for a good night's rest. You guys, I do love a good, relaxing resort vacation where there's not much for me to worry about logistically, and I love it even more right now since this is the first full week I've taken off this whole year from work. This trip has been about 2 years in the making for me to celebrate our 3rd wedding anniversary. If you're wondering how I make staying in an all-inclusive for my anniversary happen financially, there you have it. I booked these trips with Sandals in advance according to how much I want to pay per month. This trip is definitely a special one. If you haven't seen my first video about how I've been feeling about life lately, check that one out after you're done watching this.
As I'm about to be 30, I don't know if I'm anyone else's role model anymore.
I was starting to feel pretty burnt out at home, and since I'm working on getting my spark for adventure back, it felt really good to turn off email, Slack messages, and turn on the sounds of the ocean and Jamaica. The Caribbean has become one of my absolute favorite places to get away to. I would actually love for this to be a more regular occurrence one day. Next week on Livin La Vida Leisha, come along for day 2 of the trip, which was filled with beautiful ocean views, diving pelicans, and our new friend, and we'll learn a little bit more about Jamaica. I've also kept a journal about this trip for myself, and I want to share a little bit of my personal thoughts with you guys. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe so that you never miss a video. Yeah, man, see you soon.